Hi, I'm Ioana. Thank you for joining me again. Today we're gonna make tteokbokki, Korean spicy rice cakes. They are super delicious. You only need a few ingredients to make them, so let me take you through them so we can get started. You're gonna need some rice cakes. You're gonna need some water. You're gonna need some anchovies, and now I don't have kelp to make the stock, so I'm just using seaweed for today. I'm using some Gochugaru, Korean hot pepper flakes. I've got some spring onions. I have a little bit of sugar, some gochujang, which is Korean hot pepper paste. I've got some soft boiled eggs for the end. And now I know gnocchis are not quite part of this recipe. They're not traditionally made with gnocchi mushrooms, but I absolutely love them. I've used them in my mapo tofu recipe, so I think they would be nice in this recipe as well. I'm also going to use some cheese. It's up to you what kind of cheese you want to use. Again, it's not quite traditional, but I think it works great with this recipe. And I've seen so many variations of this tteokbokki, so it's really up to you how you want to make it. Now I'm using some extra mature cheddar that I've grated. Make sure that you do buy the cheese as a block and you grate it yourself. The ones that are pre-grated, they contain all sorts of things to keep them apart so they don't stick to each other. So I wouldn't recommend those. Try to get the normal block that you grate it yourself. You can use some mozzarella. It really is up to you, but I'm using some extra mature cheddar for that sharp taste. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn our heat to medium-high. We don't necessarily want it on high to burn everything. I'm going to add in my water. To this we're going to start to make our stock. So I'm adding some anchovies. These must be dried anchovies as well. And I'm adding some seaweed sheets because I don't have the kelp on hand. So I'm just gonna add a few of these, and I'm gonna let this simmer without covering it for about 10-15 minutes. We're gonna let the dried anchovies and the nori, the seaweed, to infuse, and in the meantime we're gonna take care of the sauce. So I'm gonna grab a bowl, and to this I'm gonna add my gochujang, hot pepper flakes, and the sugar. We're gonna mix this until we've got a paste like this. It's been about 15 minutes, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to scoop out my seaweed and also my anchovies. Don't worry if you have some of these bits behind. They really give a nice flavor and you're not going to notice them. And my last anchovies. It's time for me to add the paste that we've just made earlier. And we are going to gently dissolve this. Now I've given this about a couple more minutes, and I'm going to add in my rice cakes very gently. Now that I've added the rice cakes, I'm going to add in as well the gnocchi mushrooms. I'm going to add my cheese, but not all of it because I want to add some at the end as well. I'm gonna let this cook for another minute, and then we're gonna start plating. Oh, and I forgot as well to mention, and also to add this to my ingredient list, make sure that you add some soy sauce as well. My tteokbokki is looking really nice. The sauce has started to thicken. If it doesn't thicken like this right away, you can always just add a little bit of cornstarch, like a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of cornstarch with a little bit of water to create like a slurry. So I've got a bowl. And to this, I'm gently going to start plating and add my tteokbokki. Now it looks absolutely divine. I've got my soft boiled egg as well. I'm just gonna put this a little bit to the side, and I'm going to cut it in half. So I've boiled it in such a way that it's still a little bit runny. It's not quite hard. All right, so we've got the eggs. I'm gonna add more cheese because there is no such thing as too much cheese. And I'm also gonna add some spring onions. and it's time to taste it. So my tteokbokki is done. I'm super excited to see how it turned out. Let's see. It is magnificent. The rice cakes are very chewy, spicy enough so that it has that kick. It's creamy, it's delicious. Let's give the egg a try as well. It's amazing. And I love the enoki mushroom. So I really hope we give this recipe a try. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.